Hi guys, I'm Nasim and welcome back to my channel. So as promised, today's video is going to be about how you can produce 3 times more breast milk completely naturally. So as you guys already know, we are unfortunately going through a pandemic right now. So if you are dependent on formula because you're not producing enough breast milk, then this video is definitely going to help you out. The only thing that you have to do is you are going to have to follow all the steps. Once you start producing more breast milk, you're going to be able to stay inside your house and stay safe. So let's get started. Now, how are you going to kickstart your breast milk production? Your body is going to make the amount of breast milk that it thinks it needs. So what we're going to do is we're going to trick our body into thinking maybe we had triplets, so we need way more milk than we're actually making. Now, when I delivered my baby, I was planning on breastfeeding her for like 2-3 years. 4 weeks in, I am tired, I'm exhausted, stressed out, sleepless, taking care of my baby literally by myself like 24/7, and then there's a whole postpartum phase, which is just so difficult to deal with. My breast milk just started to decrease like crazy. Luckily, I had a little bit of breast milk already stored in my freezer from before when I was pumping. So at my 6-week appointment with my OB, I told him I'm having problems getting breast milk, so he suggested a schedule for me that I had to start following. So the pumping schedule that I started to follow is going to be listed in the description below. You can obviously kind of like take the example of the schedule that I give you and adjust it to whatever fits into your schedule, but just make sure that the distance or the time frame that you have in between your pumping sessions is pretty similar every single day that you're pumping. So you don't want to pump in the morning and then pump in the afternoon, and then the next day you're pumping like more in the morning and less at nighttime. So just try to keep all of the pumping sessions very close together every single day. Now, each of the times that I have listed below in my description, suppose you are going to be pumping at 12 p.m. So what you're going to do is you're going to feed your baby obviously first. After your baby's done drinking the milk, you're going to pump after your baby's done. So make sure you empty out your breasts. And then again, if you're going to be pumping at 1 o'clock, then just pump your milk out. If you have to pump at 3 o'clock, then you're going to nurse your baby again. And then of course, after you're nursing, you're going to pump again. Now, I know when a lot of you guys are pumping, you're not getting a lot of milk, and that could be very discouraging. But the more that you continue to pump and you're not getting enough milk out, that's actually sometimes a good thing, because it's sending a signal to your body saying, the baby's trying to drink milk, I'm not making enough milk, like, come on, let's get it together, I'm gonna start making more milk. So actually, when you continuously keep pumping and you're not getting enough milk, your body is gonna start to slowly produce more and more milk. And another tip that you can actually use when you are using your pump and you're not really getting a lot of milk, try to use like a hot cloth or like a heating pad or something like that on your breast, because it can actually like loosen you up a little bit and it will help more milk flow out. My doctor also recommended cluster pumping, which is pumping every 5 minutes. I mean, it works for some people, it doesn't for some. It just didn't fit into my schedule. It was not easy to do that while taking care of a baby full time. So I just continued to follow the schedule that is in the description, and it worked out wonderfully. The next thing you're going to have to keep in mind is to not stress out about not making enough milk. I know it's easy to say that and it's hard to actually do it, but you have to keep in mind, you have to kind of calm down, because when you are stressed out about not making enough milk, you're actually going to have a harder time producing more milk. So every single time you're pumping, try to relax, put on some nice soft music. And if your baby is right there laying around with you, look at your baby, because that's actually going to send signals to your body as well, and it's going to get your hormones going, and it's going to actually help you produce more breast milk. If you are at work and you're pumping, take pictures of your baby with you and maybe watch videos of your baby while you're pumping your breast milk, and that's also going to help you along. The next thing you have to keep in mind is to not look. Now, what do I mean by that? So this is my little pumping bottle, and it's a little bit dirty right now. I was just pumping before I started filming, but when you're pumping, it's a natural instinct to just look down to see how much milk you made. And if you don't have that much milk, it's gonna stress you out. So to solve that problem, what you're gonna do is you're gonna put a clean sock or just wrap it with a cloth or something like that, so that even when you do glance down and you see that there might not be enough milk in here, it's not going to faze you because it's not going to stress you out. You're not even going to know how much is in there. So once you've been pumping for maybe about 10 minutes or so, then kind of take it off and just kind of see how it is. Maybe if you have to put it back on to empty out your breast, that's fine too. But as you're pumping, just try not to keep glancing to see how much milk you're making. Another thing is, maybe some of you guys are going to be working during the times that you have to follow your pumping schedule. So there is no excuses. You can't take breaks, because the more breaks you take, the less milk you're going to make. So if you're at work, you can't take your pump with you, go to the bathroom and just hand express milk out of both breasts for a few minutes. That's also going to help you. That's basically like last resort. You can also get a hand pump and kind of keep it in your purse if you want to. But if you can't do that, you don't want to buy another hand pump, then just go at it with your hand. So one of the most important parts of pumping breast milk to get more milk is going to be the pump itself. Now, what pump do you get? When I was pregnant, I was sitting for hours literally researching all the different breast pumps. There's so many out there, so many different price ranges. It is very confusing. So before I delivered Sophie, I asked my doctor which one was the best one, and he suggested Medela. I had already seen Medela. It was very expensive. I didn't know if I was gonna have milk, I was gonna have lots of milk or a little bit of milk, but I knew I needed a breast pump anyways because I wanted to store milk in my freezer. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna get a Medela breast pump. So I bought the single swing breast pump. I didn't get the double. That was, I think, double the price of this one. This one was about $250 from Babies R Us. And you guys, even though it costs a little bit, it actually has worked really, really well. It's very powerful breast pump. I think this is like a hospital grade breast pump as well. If you guys do want to get this one, I will leave the link for it in the description below. But if you can't afford this one, that is totally fine as well. Just make sure that you have something on hand. Even if you have to go with an option that is like a, what is it called? Like a hand crank breast pump. As long as you're doing it and you're trying to get milk out of your breast, that is going to make your body feel like your baby's trying to drink the milk. So if anything, you have to get the cheapest one. That is totally fine. Just get something. If you guys do want a full review of this breast pump, make sure you let me know in the description below and I will get that started for you. One of the things a lot of people suggest are supplements to increase your breast milk. I don't like taking supplements and pills or anything like that. I like to take all of my vitamins in food form. So I didn't try any supplements. I feel like my milk supply came back to normal without having to do all of that. But I do make a special drink at nighttime that I have every single night that I think actually has helped me get more breast milk. So in order to not make this video too long, I'm going to make that in a separate video. So make sure that you are subscribed to this channel and also to my Instagram, which is listed right below. And you will see when I post that. It's probably gonna be like in the next few days. Another thing you have to keep in mind is your diet. Whatever you are consuming, your baby is also eating, and it's also having an effect on your breast milk production. Now, when you have a baby, you know, you've been pregnant for so long and you've been so big for so long that sometimes after delivering, you just want to get back into your routine. You know, you want to work out, you want to go on a diet, you want to lose weight, but now is the time that you have to take the best nutrition. Like, you have to really think that you're still pregnant and your baby is still inside you. You still have to feed your baby. You have to give it all the nutrition that you can. So since you are breast pumping, you are going to be feeding your baby that milk. You're going to also be nursing. Make sure that your diet is on point. Get all of your vitamins, everything that you have to have through your food. Now, following these tips and the breast pump schedule that I've posted in the description, my milk supply came back to almost triple in about, I want to say about 5 days or so. In the beginning, I was thinking it wasn't going to be working, so I was a little bit discouraged, but I just kept going. And trust me, even if you get a little bit discouraged, just keep going, follow the schedule. If after a week you don't really see a difference, then of course go talk to your doctor. And also, if you're not getting enough breast milk and you have to supplement with formula, that is fine too, but Obviously, you have to also discuss that with your pediatrician to make sure that it's okay for your baby. I did have to supplement for just maybe like a couple days because I was not sure if I was going to run out of my frozen milk as well. So it actually worked out for me. It's totally fine. I'm back to normal. When I feel like I wake up in the morning kind of just like leaking, I might not pump as more often. When I have a little bit less milk, I'll go back to my regular schedule and the milk supply just comes right back. All right, guys, that is it for this video. Hope you found it helpful. Just make sure you are consistent following all of the tips and the schedule that I listed in my description, and you guys are gonna have milk flowing from your breast all day long. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and you can also follow me on my Instagram at Nasim, which is a pretty fun place to be at right now. Those of you guys that follow me already know what's up. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye. Okay, Sophie, today is gonna be the day. Today's gonna be the day. Say mama. Come on, say mama. Sophie, say mama. Say mama. Mama. No, not yet. All right, we will see you in the next episode. Bye. Bye. Oh no, look at all the lipstick on your cheek, my bunch.